So I've picked a good time to go out. As you can see, I've disabled my ABS and I've just gone into a hailstorm. Ow. 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 Oh, my nuts. Ow. Well, this is a little bit painful. I might, ouch, have to pull off slightly until this all clears up. Oh, easy, easy. Oh, dear God Almighty, this is not what I was planning on doing today. So hello and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be telling you why I'm getting rid of this bike. And it pains me to say this because I'm going to love this bike dearly. And I will most certainly miss it. But I have my reasons. So let's hop aboard on this beautiful, lovely day covered in rain, and let's talk about it. Heated grips, nice, on, excellent. Here we go. So yes, despite what the clickbaity thumbnail might indicate, I am not getting rid of this bike because it sucks. Quite the contrary. I really love this bike. I think this is a fantastic bike, and I'm really sad to be letting it go. But I do have my reasons for letting it go. So here they are. I've been doing a lot of track riding lately, and one of the things you learn when you're on track is that the ergonomics of your bike make a pretty huge difference into the handling and how comfortable you feel on the machine, and that translates into how fast you can go, translates into lap times. It also translates into how you can progress. And I found whenever I was riding this on track that in its stock form there were quite a few things that were not really up to par in terms of wanting to really take it as a serious track machine. Now that's okay, it's not really built to be that, it's not engineered to be that, and I recognized that whenever I bought it. But I thought, you know, there's some pretty simple modifications and tweaks that you can make to this bike to get it a little bit more on the sporty side. And so I got things like the wood crafts to lower the handlebars a bit, and you know, I got my Woolwich tune with my quick shifter, auto blipper, all of that, and also got the suspension done. I got the K-Tech pistons in the front and the Nitron rear shock, and those things put together really did transform the bike and really did make it something that's quite sporty, something that you can take to the track and have fun with. But the overall riding position has not really changed that much. You know, you're still pretty upright, it's still a naked bike, and ultimately the geometry of the bike, you know, the rake and trail, how much that front wheel is or isn't underneath you does play a pretty big difference in terms of the feel whenever you're on track and you're really trying to push and go for the fastest lap times. And I was finding on track that I was getting to the point with this bike where I was actually getting quite comfortable, really comfortable actually, to the point where I know that if I stuck with this bike for some time, I could get properly fast in the track day scene, and I could, you know, probably move from kind of I'm currently, I would say, bottom inters pace, top novice, bottom inters, and I'm certain that I could take this bike in its current form and take it well into advanced. I would imagine kind of mid-pack advanced, if I so wanted to. However, there is a but. There is a however. Oh god, I gotta tear this visor out. I can't see anything. Oh, sorry guys. Just really needed to air the visor out there. So yeah, as I was saying, I'm sure that I could take this bike and I could progress and I would get really comfortable going very fast, and that it would be a fantastic tool for that. However, I had a chance to ride my friend's 750, his Gixxer 750, both on the road and on the track. And what I very quickly realized was that I was very uncomfortable with the ergonomics of a super sport bike, and that translated into very slow lap times. So I was in a position where I was lapping quite well on this bike, and as soon as I would hop on his super sport bike, I would run a lot slower, just due to comfort, just due to not being as familiar with that type of ergonomics. And ultimately, long term, I know that I am going to go, ouch, I am going to go for a super sport type or a super bike style bike at some point in the future. And so I started considering, ooh, hello, this is ice. This is not soap suds, this is ice. Sorry guys, just gotta take my visor off and have a quick look here, because I think, yeah, okay. I am just gonna quickly pull over here and do something real quick, because since I've been on the track, I have pulled my ABS fuse, and since it's ice all around, I think it'd be wise to put my ABS fuse back in. On track, ABS fuse gets in the way. My 30 amp fuse. Put that boy in there. Put it back up. There we go. But when you're on the street and it's hailing, ABS comes in a little bit in handy at that point. We'll be doing a video about ABS and its good sides and bad sides at some point. But yes. So, sorry about that. As I was saying. So yeah, had a chance to ride my mate's 750. Know that I'm going to be going for a super sport type bike at some point. And whilst there is absolutely nothing wrong with this bike, I know that making that transition is going to be difficult, and I could make that transition now and work through that process, or I could do it later. And I think that if I do it now, if I make that change now, I think I'll be a little bit frustrated because my lap times are definitely going to drop, but I'll know that I'm going to be able to get back up to my pace reasonably reasonably quickly, as long as you know, as long as I put the time in, as long as I do the same amount of effort that I've been doing with this bike, because I've only been riding this bike for about a year now, and I've gotten to the point where I'm pretty comfortable with it in that period of time. So if it takes me a year to get comfortable with a super sport or a super bike, then I'm okay with that. However, if I get to the point in my track day career where, you know, I'm properly in fast group and I've become super comfortable with this bike, and I decide to make the switch, then I think I'm going to be really frustrated with the progress, and I think I'm just going to get really annoyed with how far back that's going to drop me. And it's one of those things where I'm really confident that if I get used to that more focused ergonomic, it won't be difficult for me to come back to a style of ergonomics that's more like this, more naked, more upright. I'll still be familiar enough with that and comfortable enough with that to be able to manage, but if I decide to go back to something like this in the future, which I very well might, I have to say, I do think that there is a naked bike in my future for sure. But for now, I think that it probably is the right call for me to make the switch to something a little bit more track focused, a little bit more sport orientated. So that's my reasoning. That's why I'm making the choice to get rid of this bike. I'm going to be doing it as a trade-in. I could sell it, I could strip all the bits and bobs that I put on this and probably make a lot more money, but one, I can't be arsed, and two, I've put a lot of effort into this bike. It's a really lovely machine, and I've put a lot of work into making it a really great handling machine, and if I can't be the one to experience that, I want someone else to be able to experience the XSR900 really in the way that I think that it should have been done to begin with slightly lower handlebars and, you know, proper suspension and heated grips and, you know, all the things that, for me at least, in the type of riding that I do, kind of bring value to it. So, and I'm hoping someone finds this in the dealer, which I will disclose at some point after all things have gone through, and I hope that they really get an opportunity to enjoy and love this bike as much as I have done. So there you have it, folks. That's why I am getting rid of my XSR900. I am sad about it. I love this bike. I know that I will also love the next bike that I end up getting too, but yeah, I'm gonna miss the Black Beauty. She's been good to me.